Now we turn our attention to two very serious examples of product mislabeling. ISMP recently reported on two serious situations tied to product labeling. In one case, a patient received a dangerous overdose of Lantus insulin when a nurse misread a newly designed product label for Lantus 10 milliliter vials. In another case, ISMP reported on two other medication vials that looked nearly identical. The report warned that if a mix-up occurred and the incorrect one was given to a patient, it could cause a patient to stop breathing and lead to death. We welcome back Mike Cohen, president of ISMP. Mike, help us navigate these two issues, and let's start with the Lantus issue.
Yeah, we had a report recently from a hospital where an overdose of Lantus insulin was given to a patient. Very strange kind of situation. The label changed recently. The manufacturer's label changed recently, and the way it is laid out was a little bit confusing. And so it was actually misread by a nurse. And what happened, this nurse was used to giving Lantus insulin, but using an insulin pen. And she had only used insulin pens before. She had never drawn insulin up from a vial. And she didn't give subcutaneous insulin separately from a vial either. She had an order for 90 units of Lantus insulin. And unfortunately, she read the label incorrectly. If you turn it in just a certain way, the new label, it looks like it's 100 units in 10 ml. But it's actually 100 units per milliliter. So misreading that, she got the concentration wrong. And she drew up 9 milliliters of insulin, Lantus insulin, in a 10 milliliter syringe, put a subcutaneous needle on that syringe, and gave 9 milliliters subcutaneously. So there's lots of things that are wrong with that. Usually the maximum dose that you would give subcutaneously is 2 ml or so. So 9 ml is very unusual to begin with. And then drawing insulin up, in a 10 ml syringe, not in an insulin syringe, that's kind of strange too. But that aside, and it's very easy to focus on what the nurse did, it was really the labeling, I think, that misled her and allowed this overdose to happen. So to overcome something like that, ISMP would highly recommend that pharmacy prepare the doses of basal insulin at a minimum. If they're not preparing all insulins, that should be done. It's given once a day. It's usually not a big burden on the pharmacy to prepare it that way. And that way we'd have a double check situation in the pharmacy before it was even dispensed. Not that that kind of thing would normally happen in the pharmacy, but that would help, I think, to overcome this type problem.
The second situation you've warned about recently also seemed pretty serious. What happened there?
Well, these vials, vecuronium and vancomycin, look very much alike. Vancomycin is an antibiotic. Vecuronium is a paralyzing agent used in patients that are in the intensive care unit, on a ventilator, or having surgery. And these things look so much alike that they'd easily be mixed up. So we actually got a couple of reports, warnings really. Fortunately, nobody mixed them up actually. But we got a couple of reports from the field about this. And of course, we let the company know, we let FDA know immediately. But bottom line is these look so much alike, and a mix-up would be so dangerous. I mean, imagine giving a paralyzing agent to someone that's supposed to get an antibiotic. They would stop breathing. And so it's so potentially dangerous, I would recommend never having both of these products in the same location, in the same hospital at the same time. You can always buy one of these medications from a different manufacturer, and that way they won't look the same.
And so is that your recommendation, that they are simply not found together?
Yes, that, and of course barcoding whenever the drug is prepared.
All right, very important recommendations that need to be taken seriously. Mike, thank you.